Unless you've been living under a rock, you've probably heard a lot of people talking about chips lately. And no, not those kind of chips. These kind of chips, semiconductors. Semiconductors are so widely implemented that they can be found in anywhere from your cell phone to your coffee machine to your car. In fact, the modern car on average has anywhere from 1,000 to 3,000 chips. So what's the purpose of all these chips? Why do we need them? In order to explain that, let's first talk about the different types of chips. All chips can be categorized as either general purpose or application specific. General purpose chips are what come to mind to most people when they think of a chip. Think AMD or Intel CPUs, maybe like a microcontroller or an Arduino, the star of the show, so to speak. However, when we say that there's 3,000 chips in a car, we're not talking 3,000 Arduinos. The vast majority of the chips that are in a car are called application-specific chips. These chips are very underrated in my opinion because while they may only do one very specific task, they do it very well, very reliably, and very efficiently. And the thing that really gets me excited about application-specific chips, especially as a computer engineer, is that there's no code. There's no firmware. They just do what they need to do. The program or the instructions for the chip are all hard-coded into it using a hardware programming language, such as Verilog or VHDL. But the vast majority of chips that are implemented into systems already come pre-designed by a company like Texas Instruments, for example, and you can just buy it and plop it into your design and it just works. No Verilog required. These kinds of plug-and-play chips make up to 40% of all chips that are made. To give you a better idea of why we need so many application-specific chips, let me give you an example of a system that uses a whole lot of them. The infotainment system in a car, for example, while it does rely on a general purpose chip for displaying the user interface and having those kind of user interactivity, it will probably also have application-specific chips for managing the touchscreen inputs or converting the digital display data to something that the LCD screen can understand, and also a chip for managing the brightness intensity on the screen. In terms of connectivity, there might be several USB interface chips, there might be a few Bluetooth interface chips, there will probably be a chip for the GPS signal, and then every chip in the system is going to have different power and voltage requirements, so you're probably going to need a bunch of power management chips. And then you also need memory chips like RAM and ROM. So essentially, chips are everywhere, and I hope now you know just a little bit more about them.